WhatsApp group, right? Do you know one of your classmates is missing in WhatsApp group? Pradeep. So I need your voting on your approval whether we need to add Pradeep in the group or not. So how many of you agree to add Pradeep in the group? Everyone?
Yes.
So if Pradeep do any mischief things, shall I deduct all your marks together because of Pradeep consequences? Are you okay with that? And I will do it actually. Because I definitely can't trust him, he will do something. And all of your marks will be deducted. That is unity in diversity. Is that okay for you then? See, everyone is silent. See your classmates. Tell me, students. Okay. So on your trust, I will add him and let's see. Okay, you should not break their trust on you, Mr. Pradeep. See, like Pokemon Ash, the cap has cap. Wow. Cap has a cap. Captain America. He became that is Pradeep. All right. So coming back to today's practical. By the way, what is the subject name? Pathology. Applied hematology. Applied hematology or only hematology? It's only hematology, not even applied. Applied hematology. All right. Then I need to define this one. Then tell me, students, what is the difference between hematology, basics of hematology, then applied hematology? Can you tell me the difference between these three? What is the difference between hematology and applied hematology? First, tell me that. Only wordings. That is the chain. What is the difference between hematology and applied hematology? Similarly, you might see biochemistry, applied biochemistry, microbiology, applied microbiology. Why we are adding this fancy term? What does this indicate? How to implement, how to apply means, give me one example then. Applied, implementing hematology. Give me example of applied hematology. Yes, Imran? Very good. How you came to know? Anyone discussed previously? Performing. Right? That means practicals. The practicals will be scheduled in applied branches. Okay? Here you already studied your theoretical knowledge, whereas you are applying your theoretical knowledge to do a practical outcome. Yes. So applied hematology, all practicals will be studied. So that's why from here onwards, you have practicals more in the theory also. In theory also you are discussing about practicals only, how to perform various types of practicals. Okay, so that is called as applied. And then how to differentiate basics from these two? What is basics of hematology? Basics of hematological diseases, right? That full name. In last semester we have basics of hematological diseases. What is the? Yeah, the fundamentals, basic terms. Okay, the terms what the field about, right? That is the basics of hematological diseases. All right. Yeah. Now. So, how many types of cells we have? If we make a just pure blood smear, how many types of cells we can observe on a PBS, peripheral blood smear? How many cells we can observe?
So red blood cells,
red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, right? So, if you want to stain the white blood cells, what stain you will opt? What stain you will use for visualizing white blood cells? Leishman stain. Leishman. Yes, Ristika, why you written?
So I need
Okay, Leishman's stain. Okay. What is the principle of Leishman's stain?
Acidic part,
Acidic part, acidic dye. Okay, very good. Acidic dye,
basic part.
basic dye. What happens? Acidic dye will.
So it dye the basic part of
Yeah, it stains the
basic part of the cell.
basic part of the cell. Basic part of the cell. What is the basic part of the cell? Cytoplasm. So this is area. So cytoplasm. So acidic dyes are also called as cytoplasmic stains. Example, acidic dye example.
So
Eosin. Since we are going with this direction, you are also confusing. Okay. Basic dye will stain the acidic part of the cell. So what is the acidic part? Nucleus. Hence these are also called as nuclear stains. Example of nuclear stain? Hematoxylin. Hematoxylin. Very good. Then if a cell taking both acidic dye and basic dye, okay, in the cytoplasm, I'm discussing, okay, if it has both acidic granules and basic granules, what is that cell called as? Neutrophils. Okay, very good. If a cell granules are taking basic dye, such a cell is called as basophil. Okay, very good. Right? Then last and final, if a cell taking, acidic dye, that means the eosin stain, then those cells are called as eosinophils. By the way, I hope you already know the medical terminology. What is the meaning of fill? Meaning of fill. If something ends with fill means, what is the meaning of this word? Water loving. Actually loving, okay? Something that is bonding. Here, neutral bonding cell. Basic bonding cell. Eosinophil, eosin bonding cell or loving cell, we can say. Okay? So now you know what is eosinophils. Actually, I want to discuss today about the absolute eosinophil count. Absolute eosinophil count. So what is the normal absolute eosinophil count? Tell me, students. What is the normal value? 2 to? Okay, 2 to 6% will be the absolute eosinophil count. Very good. So what is the functions of eosinophils in the body? It will facilitate allergic reactions. Okay, allergic reactions. Then thalassemia. Okay, anti-parasitic. Okay, anti-parasitic action. Then any other things about eosinophils? Have you heard about the anaphylactic shock? Anaphylaxis. You don't know, right? And also we don't know, we are always saying allergic reaction. What is this allergic reaction? How it is facilitated? What do they mean by allergy in the first place? You know what is the mode of mechanism of allergic reaction? Any idea? You don't know. Now listen. See, allergic reaction means what's happening here was, so we have a blood vessel. So this is a blood vessel. Okay, it's going like this. Maybe capillaries. It's a blood vessel. Okay. Now what happened was, maybe a parasite entered in the blood. Then immediately our eosinophil came. It's not a straightforward story actually. Okay. This parasite will be recognized by an antibody. There are 5 types of antibodies. Can you tell me the classes of antibodies if you remember? Antibody types. So I given you a mnemonic, right, to remember antibodies. You know what is the major function of antibodies? To kill the or to destroy the foreign particles. So it is a game of destruction. I said, right? Antibodies playing the game of destruction. They are playing a game of what game? Destruction game. And these are the 5 types of antibodies we have. IgG, IgA, IgM, IgE and IgD. Okay, these are the 5 classes of antibodies. Out of this, whenever a parasite came, IgE antibodies will detect the parasite. IgE antibodies, keep in mind. IgE. Clear? Now, IgE antibody cannot kill the pathogen directly. It don't have any mechanism to destroy a pathogen, a parasite. Then how IgE antibodies destroying a parasite? That is the question. Is it clear what I said? IgE antibodies cannot kill the pathogen directly. They cannot kill. Now what they do was, they will bind to the eosinophil. This IgE antibody will bind to the nearby eosinophil. Got it? It will bind to the eosinophil. Now this eosinophil start releasing histamines. Histamines and prostaglandins. Remember these things. This is very interesting actually. In immunology you will study in future. Now, by this story what we understood was, eosinophil cannot directly involve in killing the pathogen, rather than eosinophil still relied on IgE antibodies to get them activated. Only once IgE given the green signal, then only it will start releasing histamines and prostaglandins. Got it? Now, histamines and prostaglandins, of course, they will increase the membrane permeability. Membrane permeability. What is this membrane permeability means? Any idea?
So permeable for some particles.
Yeah. So more fluids can go inside the cell through the cell wall. The filtration has increased. Now, due to increased permeability, the pathogen cell wall will be disintegrated and pathogen will die. That is the idea behind histamines. Okay? But there is a side effect of this mechanism. You know what is this side effect? We always saying allergy, right? What is happening? Listen now. If this is happening, that's okay. Parallelly, this cell also releasing something called prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are more potent in action actually. Okay? Now, the consequences of these two is they are also a powerful, very powerful vasodilators. Vasodilators. They are also a powerful vasodilators. What is the meaning of vasodilators? What is the mode of action? It will increase. So the narrow blood vessel will become widened. And this is a part of immune action actually. You know, what is the advantage of widening the blood vessel? Vasodilating. What is the advantage? The flow will increase. More blood, the more volume of blood will come. I mean, the force of flow, there is a difference. More volume of blood can rush into the site, so more cells can come to the site of infection and they can fight against the pathogen. That is okay. Okay, vasodilation happened okay. But another things happening here. This blood vessel is made up of epithelial cells. Now, these epithelial cellular membrane also become highly permeable, just like a pathogen. Pathogen cell membrane permeable is okay, it is a part of destruction. But once our blood vessel become permeable, what happens now? Can you guess? More fluids will start accumulating in the tissues. Inside the blood, the fluid will filter outside the blood vessel. They will be stagnated in the tissues. Is that a good thing to stagnate fluid? You know, fluid leaking into the tissue. Leaking is not the right word, but you got the point, right? Fluid was oozing out into the tissues. Now listen. By combining all these things, I just want to tell you one thing. You got a mosquito, bited here, released some parasite, eosinophils wandering, IgE antibody came, activated the eosinophil released the histamine, histamines trying to kill the pathogen. Meanwhile, vasodilation happened, vasodilation increased the vascular permeability. Due to increased vascular permeability, the fluid inside the blood vessels started oozing out into the tissue, leading to swelling of the tissue. You will see a small bump after a mosquito bite, right? Why that bump came? Because the fluid was oozed out. Nearby blood vessel fluid came outside. And also there is this small exothermic reaction going on. These histamines and prostaglandins doing their ROS formations, free radicals. Free radicals they are called as reactive oxygen species, and these reactive oxygen species are destroying the cell walls and other parts of the pathogen. So you will feel some warm temperature where there is a bite, where there is a swelling. So together all these things is a part of a collective process called as anaphylactic reaction. Anaphylaxis going on, but keep in mind, if these things happening on a hand, not a problem. Not a problem in the hand. Okay? Now imagine the same thing happening in the lungs. What might happen? Eosinophils in the lungs got activated. They started releasing the histamines in the alveoli, pneumocytes, where there is a constant oxygen exchange happening. This is, air sac, this is alveoli. Inside is pure air, there is no fluid inside the bronchiole. Okay? But now, your eosinophils got activated in the lung, they started vasodilating, nearby blood vessels dilated. Now, fluid started leaking into the bronchioles. You will start having asthma issue. You will start coughing. You are unable to breathe. But you won't get any cough out of your lungs. But you can't breathe because they are suffocating. The fluid was filled in the lungs. If we are not managing these patients, they will die due to anaphylactic shock reaction. They can't breathe and they suffocate and they will die. Brain dead, game over. Very, very, very deadliest reaction. The survival time after getting anaphylactic shock is only around 10 to 15 minutes. We have only 10 to 15 minutes of time to save the patient. So, what to do in such cases? We need to stop these histamine reactions. We need to stop their histamine reaction. If not, the blood vessels will keep on vasodilating. They'll keep on pumping the water into the alveoli sac, into the bronchioles. The only weapon we have in such cases is to shut down the immune system. We need to stop the immune reactions, whatever going. That is another challenge. If we are giving such a drug where it is preventing immune activity, you are prone to infection now. But now it is a survival, whether we need to save the patient or catching him infection. First, let us save the patient by removing anaphylactic shock. And what is that always for sure drug doctors will use in emergencies? Can you guess what is that? Steroids. Steroids. People used to say, right? Steroids. Steroids will immediately shut down the histamine reaction. So that's why doctor will give steroid injection immediately. If there is a real problem, silently he will give one steroid. So whatever issue we have, that will be, temporarily that problem will be resolved. Because temporarily you are having an acute reaction. That can be prevented by giving just a cortisol, some steroid injections. There are multiple drug classes are there in steroids. Just give a steroid, the reaction will be suppressed. Yeah, yes, Miss Melissa.
Sir,
I have a friend who has peanut allergies, and there are no EpiPens in India. So say when someone gets a peanut allergy, do they have to go to the pharmacy?
Yeah. See, now this immune system has some problem, not eosinophil problem, it is the IgE problem. Sometimes IgE will target off antigen, okay? For example, IgE is supposed to only identify the parasite, but sometimes they will start identifying non-relevant things as the parasites. Like sand grains. Sand grain don't have any life. It won't cause any problem to the body. But sometimes our immune system will get activated to sand grain, and it will say, oh my god, there is some problem. Let all the eosinophils start pumping your histamines. Do the reaction. These are called allergic reaction. Pollen grains from flowers. Pollen grains are in the air. You just inhale them. They are not pathogens. They are just grains. But our immune system identified it as a threat. Oh my god, this is some virus or something. We need to save the patient. It will start activating the eosinophils. Anaphylactic reaction in the chest. They will start suffocating. They will get this. Similarly, as she said, peanut allergy. So some antigens will be recognized sometimes. Okay, lactose intolerance. These people cannot digest milk. Milk allergy. I found in Guinness World Record in one fact, in one serial, where they say that there is a person living with a rarest condition. He has an allergy towards moisture, water. If he get in contact with water, he will start having severe reactions on the body. Then how he will drink water? That is also a very challenge. He should not touch anything and he should drink water. And forgot about his bathing. He need to take alcohol bath or alcohol swabs. Various immune problems outside, rare problems. Okay. There is a name, technical word for that disease. I forgot. Yeah. Who is saying bulbulia? Anyway. And what else I need to discuss? Yeah. So now you have understood some in-depth mechanisms of eosinophils. I hope you got some idea. Yes, Miss Manpreet. Yeah. Yeah. Then, anaphylactic reaction you have understood, right? So that is called as anaphyxia or anaphylactic shock. The patient unable to breathe. Very, very dangerous problem. This is all about eosinophils. Then what is another function I said? Anaphylaxis I discussed, antiparasitic. That's it. Histamine and vasodilators. And counter medicine will be always corticosteroids. Then, how to perform the test? How to perform absolute eosinophil count? We have multiple methods. Write down absolute eosinophil